Hi, welcome to this lesson on trigonometry compound angles. Let's have a look at question 2. Again, in this restricted domain from 0 to 360 degrees, we want to find all solutions that satisfy this equation. So off the bat, I see the pattern cos, cos, sine, sine. So this is going to be a cos compound angle formulae. And because the sign in the middle is positive, that means it's going to be negative in the middle. And the two angles in that order are x and 60 degrees. It must be in that order, cos, cos, sine, sine, with the angles in the specific order. Okay, so it has to work that way. So it's x minus 60 degrees, and that's equals to 1. So now we just have one trigonometric ratio, and we can go ahead and solve this trig equation as procedurally as possible. So we have our cos diagram, and because it's positive 1, cos is positive in the first and the fourth quadrants. Okay, so the angle x minus 60 degrees is going to equal our reference angle, which is cos inverse of 1. So when you think of the standard cos graph, okay, cos of 0 degrees, at 0 degrees you have 1. Again, very important to know your basic trig parent graphs because of their usefulness in terms of their properties. Okay, so this is going to be 0 degrees as our reference angle. Okay, so that's our reference angle. So in the first quadrant, we're going to have your angle x minus 60 degrees equals 0 degrees plus k times 360 for the period of cos. Or in the fourth quadrant, you're going to have x minus 60 degrees equals 360 minus your reference angle. So 360 minus 0 is 360 plus k times 360 degrees. So simplifying now, solving for x, if I add 60 degrees to both sides, I get 60 degrees plus k times 360. And over here, if I add 60, I'm going to get 420 degrees plus k times 360. Okay, where k is an integer. So now I can plug in values for k and see what values we get that satisfy our restricted domain. So when k equals 0 here, I'm going to get x equals 60 degrees, which is fine because that's inside this domain. If I plug in anything greater than or equals to 1, I'm not going to get any applicable solutions because it's going to be way bigger than 360. And then if I plug in anything less than or equals to negative 1, at negative 1 is negative 300 degrees already. So again, no applicable solutions in that given domain. If I look at quadrant 4, at k equals 0, that's 420 degrees. That's not applicable because that doesn't fall within that restricted domain. And then if I look at k greater than or equals to 1, well, that's definitely going to be a value much bigger than 360 degrees. So again, no applicable solutions. And then k less than or equals to negative 1, well, 420 degrees minus 360 degrees, that's just going to give you 60 degrees. And we've already got that as a solution in the first case, but it's fine. Okay, so therefore the only applicable solution in that given domain is x equals 60 degrees. And again, we can check if we plug it into this very, very, very most original equation. So let's go ahead and do that, just to verify to ourselves. Okay, so if I do cos x was 60 times cos 60 plus sine x was 60 times sine of 60, and if I push equal, that gives me 1. Alright, so x equals 60 degrees is the only applicable solution in that given restricted domain. If the domain was any larger, then we could have tested for other values that would have been applicable. Alright, that's how we would do this type of question. I'll see you in the next one.